Hello, Peter. What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday. I am Saj the Boss. And if you guys not familiar with me, I collect a ton of Marvel Legends action figures, and I happen to love all things pop culture. And when it comes to pop culture and collectibles, I cannot resist Spider-Man. Spider-Man has to be one of my absolute favorite superheroes of all time. And today I picked up the Marvel Legends Doc Ock from the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Well, the Spider-Man 2 from the original Sam Raimi trilogy. This is played by played by the wonderful Vincent Defoe. I think it's Doc Ock. Vincent Defoe played Green Goblin. I'm talking about Alfred. Alfred Oak something. So Alfred here plays Doc Ock. He also made a surprise appearance in No Way Home, which we all have seen by now. This happens to be a figure that I have been wanting ever since, just because he's just an amazing character, and I love the nanobots, and this really hooked me on the character, because this is the very first time that Hasbro has released bendy wire tentacles for a Doc Ock figure, and this is a figure that I have been tracking down ever since. And the packaging right here just says Marvel Legends, the contactless window packaging, the Spider-Man No Way Home logo right here, looking really cool. And then we have the Marvel Legends Doc Ock right here, another beautiful side thing right here. And then a beautiful photo right here, and I love how the actor is kind of like peeking out of Doc Ock right here on the photo reel. Really reminds me of that title poster from Spider-Man 2. Amazing. It's Spider-Man 2 in gold right here, one of the most amazing trilogies. On the back, nothing much, just what you get inside the figure, legalese, and yeah, you get this figure at Target. Yes, Target. Okay, let's open this wonderful. I honestly think Doc Ock has served some time. Look at him in here. He's trapped in his prison cell. Yes. And then they got the contactless packaging all over it. So let me crack this thing open, and I'd be also wondering if Spider-Man used tissue paper to catch Doc Ock instead of his normal webs, if you see what I mean. This looks amazing. Wow. The interesting way to take this out, I noticed the tentacles right off the bat are connected to the figure. I thought you have to individually port them on. Weird, Hasbro. Really weird. If you guys are familiarized with Dune, this is the biggest tissue paper I've ever seen for an action figure. It's literally like a Hallmark ornament, like a tree topper. My gosh, Hasbro. I cannot wait to see the likeness here. And Doc Ock has arrived to the review station. And starting with the bad guys, this thing looks amazing. It's like a giant pretzel in the back where his tentacles are. I can't wait to take a look at that. Before we take a look at Doc Ock, take a look at some of his accessories. First off, guys, he does come with a pair of interchangeable hands. These are like the almost like open hands, like willing to showcase his amazing power. And they're like almost brown leather gloves, so it's a very nice texture of brown right here. And I just love how this looks. So you got two open hands, the same thing for Doc Ock. Looking really cool. Got the veins kind of painted on the leather there, which is pretty cool. And the open hand right here for Doc Ock. And then in here, ladies and gentlemen, this is Doc Ock's tentacle right here. Another thing you may not know about Doc Ock, he created this all by himself to save him. I think he did this for a science project, but kind of attached to him to get this whole power set, which is really cool. So we got a nice tentacle right here, nice red right here. Really reminds me of something you see in the strip from the film. Absolutely killed the detail here. Love it. And wow, this is amazing. Love the red too. And some of these actually like close up too. And then here's the ones for the base of the foot. For the tentacle for Doc Ock, which is cool. So we have different sets of tentacles. And then you have this one too, which is like more of like a gunmetal gray kind of tint to it, with a nice little rush, like, not rush, the little rust added to it as well to make the tentacles even more like this metal toned down kind of color. This is really cool. I love the sculpts. Sculpting on here is just incredible, guys. Wow. I don't know how technical terms to get this to you guys. And then these are the ones that actually close up there from the film, which looks awesome. See, they articulate just ever so slightly. So yeah, this is the pile of tentacle claws, which I don't know if they're called tentacle claws or tentacles. I don't know. Leave in the comments what these are called, but they're really neat. These are really unique, and I love these accessories. And something that I can get really dynamic with, but also something I don't pay too much detail with, but I think this is awesome. This is how he just manipulates every single thing in his way. Absolutely stunning. Okay, guys, here is Spider-Man's greatest foe, Doc Ock. And Doc Ock is part of the Sinister Six. And this head sculpt, ladies and gentlemen, is one of Hasbro's best right off the bat. It literally looks exactly like the actor, off camera and on camera. I love how the nose is painted. Like, it's beautiful. A really well painted sculpt right here. And the nose just really gives this figure a nice edge and a pop. And his hair just absolutely beautiful. And you actually see the eyes inside the goggles, which is absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Wow, the goggles and a nice photoreal for the eyes. Oh my gosh, Hasbro. That is awesome. And then the back of the hair, just nothing too special. Just hair right here on Doc Ock. This is a really nice figure, a very heavy figure as well. As we go down on Doc Ock, we do have his beautiful olive green trench coat that reaches all the way to his boots, which is black pants underneath his lab coat, kind of trench coat, the brown jacket inside, which is actually painted and sculpted inside his beautiful trench coat right here. And he has his fisted hands, and he just has a big over jacket that really makes this figure make him scream from the 2002 film. This is exactly how I remembered him. This is exactly how he came off the screen. And he looked like he just jumped off the screen like twice. And then on the back of the figure, this is where his tentacles all came off. And everyone knows, I don't think you guys knew this, but Spider-Man 2 is my favorite Spider-Man film in that franchise. And I love the scene when he got created as Doc Ock, which is awesome. And this is all of his tentacles. And this is from the experiment that got him to this part of his life. Absolutely breathtaking. Yes. Okay, guys, now let's do the articulation, and then let's add the tentacles on. I'm just like really in shock holding this piece. Like looking at him up close, the lips are amazing. This is just an excellent action figure, and this is easily one of Hasbro's best figures. I love Doc Ock, one of my favorite villains of all time, and I needed him to complete my Spider-Man set. Wow. So his articulation, guys, can look up this much. His trench coat has some butterfly joints, but nothing too much. And a butterfly that can get him all the way up to this fisted kind of stretch, like Breakfast Club kind of style. I can actually move it down too as well. He actually, ladies and gentlemen, has a double jointed elbow. And believe it or not, he's double jointed elbow on that figure. I really wish it won't be as tight for a jacket, but he does have some minimal ab crunch because the tentacles kind of do the justice of that. His waist pivot right here looks side to side. His head can move up. His legs can move out this much. The jacket kind of does the majority of that. And I forgot to mention he had this waist belt too of the metal inside of him where the tentacles kind of reach out as he programmed them. And he has some ankle pivot and some toe cut. Okay, now for the tentacles. This is what we're all here for, is the tentacles of Doc Ock. These are just amazing. I love how these are sculpted and engineered. This is one of Hasbro's marvels. And I saw this on the Pulse live stream. I'm like sold immediately. I needed it. #1 live action movie figure, and I finally got it. Oh my goodness. This is I think it's a figure of 2023 for a lot of people, even though I got this in 2024. So moving these out, you just bend like this. You bend at ease. Just be very gentle. You can move them as you wish. And then I think they kind of port on as you will. So this is my first time playing with the figure. So we can kind of like stretch it out if you wanted to, bend it. It's all up to your imagination and how you wanted your Doc Ock to look. But for demonstration's sake, you can actually like add the tentacles, like right here, if you really wanted to add your tentacles. So let me do a little playing around and let me pose them up. This is a great figure to pose around. Look, you can actually like stand a little bit too. See, you can kind of like stand on his tentacles, which is freaking awesome. Be right back. Oh, by the way, these can actually pose up too, like these guys. The little articulation. Be gentle. Be gentle. I'm gonna have fun playing. Oh, by the way, I bet most people are familiar with Marvel Legends. These guys just kind of port on as you will. So if I want to add like a closable one, which I'm going to, but it's up to you and your imagination and how to port these. I'll show you when I'm done. This is awesome. I kid you not. This is like something I would definitely pose around numerous times. You will not believe your eyes when I show you how I pose Doc Ock. This is probably one of the coolest things I have done ever in my collection, and oh my goodness, it is sick. This is making my Instagram and Facebook later. This is awesome. Ready, ladies and gentlemen? This is the brand new Hasbro Doc Ock. Here it is. Drum roll, please. This is a pain in the butt pose to get, but I took 2 tries and my backdrop to hold this thing together. And I'm gonna be very gentle and move him down to the downstairs. But this is yes! Look at that beautiful baby in the light box. There he is standing on his tentacles, balancing in mid-air. Doc Ock from Hasbro. Wow. This is just an excellent piece, and the tentacles are super light and airy to pose around, and this makes this figure excellent. I kid you not. Like, you have so much fun that's posing the figure like neutral stances like this. He's like about to go into action and realizing Peter Parker's nearby, and I love it. I absolutely love this piece. This is probably the coolest action figure I own in the collection. This is the best MCU figure by far. And now let me show you the final act for this video. Now we're moments away from the best pose of 2024 by Saj the Boss, action figure photographer. Dun, dun, dun. Look at that! Oh my sweet goodness in heavens. This is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in my collection. This is excellent. This is Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man about to do justice against Doc freaking Ock. This is awesome, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh. I am in heaven. I am literally in toy heaven, ladies and gentlemen. This is a action figure contender for the best 2024 action figure, in my opinion. This is worth $38 for sure. Okay, at the end of the day, guys, if you have this figure, 100% must buy. I know it's sold out almost everywhere, and I had to grab them just because this is the figure that I've been counting down the days to have in my collection. Just be mindful of how you pose your figure, and just make sure he doesn't fall off in this excellent pose. I kid you not. It's beautiful. I love it. So at the end of the day, thank you. I am Saj the Boss, and hopefully have fun tonight learning about Doc Ock and posing this immaculate art piece in your collection. And also, why do they say toys are not for kids? They're also for adults as well. See ya. Bye-bye.